Guys, welcome to the channel. I'm excited to launch a new series, Learn from Legends, where I'm going to analyze games of some of the best chess players in history of our game. And in the first episode, we're gonna see the game played between Bobby Fischer, one of the most famous chess players around the world, and Samuel Rishevsky, who was a talented junior at the time, very strong chess player. This game is from 1958. This is early career of Bobby Fischer and E4. This is actually a game that I've seen many times because I even read a book on Bobby Fischer's best games, and this one is of course included inside. Knight c6, d4, c takes d4, knight d4, and here Samuel goes for g6, dragon, Sicilian, accelerated dragon, bishop f3, knight f6, knight c3, bishop g7, and here Bobby goes for bishop c4. So in those accelerated dragon system, black's whole idea is to play d5. So, and let's say theory goes maybe like f3 and there is castle, then queen d2 and there is d5, and there's absolutely nothing can be done about it. So bishop c4 was played, and now d5 is not possible to be played. So castle, bishop b3, and here Samuel, instead of playing something simple like, let's say, e5 or maybe even d6, he decided to go after bishop on b3, which is an absolute stake. And guys, you won't believe, but this queen doesn't have a lot of squares here, and what is about to happen is absolutely insane and might blow your mind. So Bobby plays c5, attacking move, he attacks the knight, pressing this knight on f6, knight has to move to, if knight h5 there is even g4 and knight will be taken, knight can jump to d5, knight can jump to e4, and of course can jump to g4, so leaving us with the only option to go to e8, which Samuel of course plays. And now, so we gotta exploit this queen position here, as well as position of this king and this knight on a5. So what was played is bishop f7, and the point is, whatever black do in this position, next move is knight e6, and this is what happened in the game. So king h8, knight e6, and because there is a pin, this pawn can't take this knight on e6 and white wins the game. So what happened was king f7, knight e6, and now the point is this queen is trapped, because if king e6 was played, queen d5, and there is e6 and then g4, and at some point black's king will be checkmated. So Samuel played d takes e6, and after queen d8 they kinda played for a while, though again Samuel is down the queen and the position is already lost, and he's still playing and trying to compete against Bobby Fischer. So we will quickly go over the rest of the game. Knight is c6, queen d2, because he thought he might, I mean, I don't see the point of playing this position, honestly. Like, this king is in the middle of nowhere, and like white's king is going to castle, bring pieces to attack. So let's just see how Bobby converted the position, because for some players it might be a very challenging, situation. Bishop f4, queen c4, king g7, knight e4, bishop c7, knight c5, attacking pawn on e6, rook f6, c3, e5. Basically, Bobby is just trying, to place pieces on good squares, and then the position will win by itself. Rook a1, knight d8, knight d7, rook c6, queen h4, attacking pawn on e7 now, rook e6, knight c5, and already doesn't look good. Knight f4, and now the pawn is finally taken, because let's say if rook f7 is played, there is knight g5 attacking the rook and attacking pawn h7, and the game would have been over. Rook f4, queen e7, rook f7, queen e3, and I mean soon, of course, Bobby easily converts this, by the way. But what surprises me is that Samuel was still playing this position even though he knew he would probably lose. And now Bobby sacrifices b7, rook b8, queen a6, knight d8, rook b1, protecting this pawn, rook f7, h3. He doesn't even care about this pawn, and after queen a8, Bobby Fischer won the game because Samuel Rishevsky resigned. Guys, I was actually surprised that there are more games which were played in this line after bishop b3 and knight a5, because this is not the last game that was played in this line. Even in the 21st century, this was played in the 5 and bishop f7. I was really surprised. This means people don't actually know the classics of chess, and this is why I created this series, because you gotta know the basics. And this is how, I mean, one of the best games in Bobby's career by far. Because even my dad, I think my dad showed me this game at first, and then I read a book about Bobby Fischer, and then there was this position. But I mean, I would suggest you to basically, there are some books about Bobby Fischer's past games. I read it when I was a kid, and it really helped me to improve my attacking abilities. So make sure I'll probably, you know, attach something so you can see it. But for now, let me know in the comments what games you want me to analyze, what, maybe Paul Murphy, maybe Magnus Carlsen, he's a historic figure too. So again, let me know down below, and I'll see you in the next episodes. Bye bye.